Hello, it's Nora, the Leca Queen here. This is a quick demonstration of how you use my semi-hydroponics starter kit. So in your kit, you would have received two nutrient solutions. This is bottle number 1, and this one is a Growth Technology Clonex Clone solution. And this one is bottle number 2. This is a Foliage Focus solution. You will also have received a syringe to help you actually measure up the nutrient solution. You will have received 2 ceramic pots that we are going to use as cache pots, and you will also have received 2 ventilated growers pots. So the growers pots will contain your plant, and that will live in your cache pot like this. You will also have received some pre-washed leca. The leca has been washed for you, but I highly recommend giving it another wash. So what I recommend you do when you are about to transfer your plant from soil to leca is actually measure out how much leca you're going to use. Decide whether you're transferring 1 plant or 2 plants. The kit that you've got is sufficient for 2 plants. So if you want to transfer the 2 plants, you can wash all the leca and no measuring is needed. But if you only want to transfer 1 plant, take that, put some leca in there so you know how much leca you need, and then just wash that amount of leca. No need to use everything. When you wash your leca, I recommend that you soak it in a Clonex clone solution. So your Clonex clone solution is bottle number 1. Bottle number one is what we are going to use to soak the leca before we put the plant in the leca. And ideally want to soak the leca for at least 24 hours. So what I have done is I have mixed my Clonex clone solution in that bottle. I have washed some leca, and this leca has been soaking in the Clonex clone solution for at least 24 hours. The syringe that has been provided is 1 ml. If you take 1 ml of the Clonex clone solution, which is bottle number 1, dilute that with 200 ml of water, that'll give you a sufficient amount to soak your leca in. If you're only doing 1 plant, you can use 2 ml if you want to soak enough leca for 2 plants. And don't worry if you've made up a larger batch of the Clonex clone solution. The solution will keep as long as you keep it away from light. So I will now do a small demonstration of how you actually transfer a plant from soil to leca using my Hoya. This is a Hoya Royal Hawaiian Super Splash. It's still living in soil. It's a very small plant, ideal for transferring from soil to leca. So I will show you how I do this. I like to have my gloves on when I'm working with soil, just to protect my hands and to protect myself. So I've got my gloves on, I've got my plant, and I gently squeeze the pot to release the soil. Gently squeezing. I then put the plant between my thumb and my finger, and I take that soil off. I tease off as much of the organic matter and soil as I can. This is what my plant looks like with most of the organic matter, bark and soil taken off. It always helps to do this when the plant is slightly dry, then it's easier to get that organic matter off. I will now go and wash this outside. I do it outside so as not to clog up my plumbing, and I will show you what those roots look like when that's washed. That is what that plant looks like when all the organic matter has been taken off. Don't worry if you can't get some of it off. Just do the best that you can and try and get as much as you can off. We will now put this plant into the grower's pot with Leca. I've got my grower's pot here, and I've got my pre-soaked Leca here. So I am going to fill up this grower's pot up to about a third of the way with Leca. So that is give or take about a third. I will get my plant and put it in that pot. You want the roots to be spread out and not just dumped in a heap. And then I am going to top up this pot with the remaining Leca. So making sure that you cover all the roots up with the Leca. So this plant is now living in Leca. All the roots are covered and the roots only start up to there going up. I will now show you how you put this pot in the cache pot and how much of the nutrient solution to put in the cache pot. This here is the ceramic pot which acts as our cache pot. I have put 200 mils of the pre-mixed Clonex clone solution in here, and I will put my plant in there. 200 mils comes up to a level just below where the roots are, which is about there, and that's what you need because you do not want your roots to be in direct contact with the nutrient solution. And then you check on that plant every week just to make sure that the solution is at that level and it's fine. So that is the plant that we have transferred to Leca. You can put your trellis in there and just put this in a nice, warm, bright spot and your plant is going to flourish. Please contact me if you've got any questions and for any clarifications. Thank you.